So I wanted some lights for my mill, and I really didn't like the idea of coming out around and kind of pointing in from behind and facing down. I really like a little bit of front light and where I'm looking, and to be able to position it right where I'm milling. So I came up with this little idea. It's easy to adjust. Slip nut here, go any height, any way you want. And it just uses one of those cheap lights that you get with the little clamps. And I just modified that to make a quick system. I have one for the other side too, and so far it's worked out pretty good. I can put them in any of the 3 slots positioning wise, and it's a quick, simple project to make. Here's a close-up of the mechanism here, which should be familiar to everyone, but you know, this is nice and sturdy here with this little knob being able to tighten down a lot better than those wing nuts. That really makes it nice and steady. And then of course the push button adjustable knob here is what really makes it handy. Then the cam action hold down clamp, got that on Amazon, and makes it real easy. I kind of clamp it down easily and then just spin it to tighten it right up, and it makes it just super good and rigid. So that's worked out really well. So I basically took just your normal light and just put this in a vise and yank that out of there, that little post. And then what I did is I put that in my lathe and I just turned down that end off and threaded it. I think it was a 1024 thread, and so that way I was able to screw it in. I went ahead and took this push button slide nut, and these are really cool because you buy, I think my rod there is 3/8 inch, and you just put that on and able to push that button to slip up and down. So I drilled and tapped a hole to fit this, and I went ahead and drilled in the side here because I didn't want the screw to come through and interfere with the push button mechanism in there. I'm not sure if it would have or not. That's pretty thick, but it worked out. And then kind of the key to this system, these things are, you know, I've mentioned earlier that, you know, they're really inefficient and really hard with a wing nut to tighten and to make that lamp, you know, tight and adjustable where it doesn't loosen up all the time. And one of the problems with this is you want something that you can turn. You end up having to use the nut that comes with it because it's got a square shank there that fits into the square hole and keeps it from spinning as you're trying to finger tighten it. So I bought one of these knobs at Master Car, and you can get them non-threaded. So I just drilled and tapped the hole in the knob and made sure it fit my screw here, and so that really ends up being the whole key to making one of these cheap light holders that they work, but they're just a hassle because they flop around and get messed up. So, you know, get you a knob and turn that down, that piece rod, and then the clamp, and you've got yourself a total system.